Hello everyone and welcome back to AustinPlus commentary, where today we are talking about what is expected of Warner Bros. In 2025. Now I've decided to schedule this basically like over halfway through the year, because I thought that by that point we'd have a load of movies out by Warner Bros. And surprisingly enough, we've only got 2 more films to go this year. In retrospect, this video was supposed to be up a couple weeks ago, mainly before the F1 movie came out. So this information is a tiny bit irrelevant, especially in regards to that. But anyway, here we are, and let's see what Warner Bros. Has in store for us this year. So the list of upcoming projects that were released in 2025 include Now, the upcoming projects that were scheduled to release in 2025 included Mickey 17, Sinners, and the Minecraft movie, all of which were released within the 2-month space between March and April, mostly in April. These kicked off the year with 2 of the most successful movies of the year, one being the Minecraft movie and the second being Sinners. Mickey 17 caught the captivating audience of it was a tiny bit different. It's mystery. Robert Pattinson is quite known with Warner Brothers, with the likes of Tenet. He does a lot of films like that, so that was quite fascinating. It was a different film. I wouldn't say it was definitely one of the best. It was a Kickstarter for the likes of Warner Brothers this year, but they definitely came back swinging, especially within the space of maybe 2 weeks, with Sinners and Minecraft making a shit ton of money. This was then preceded by Final Destination Bloodlines, what is supposed to be the final, not the final destination of the franchise. No, the final movie of the franchise, and it was again another successful one. It was quite big, and many people did enjoy it, which was then preceded by F1 the movie and Superman 2025, first debuting the DCU. Later on this year in September, we are supposed to get, and in August, we are supposed to get The Conjuring: The Last Rites, the conclusion to the Conjuring franchise, a film called Weapons, which is based on it's not based on a true story, but it's a film where these kids at 2:17 a.m. go missing for some odd reason. And once again, it's a horror film, so I will not be going to seeing that. But that is a film that was mostly is actually one of the most anticipated movies of the year. It's definitely fascinating. I don't remember hearing any stories about kids going missing exactly at 2:17 in the morning. I think that's what it is. Being the big nerd that I am, there are 3 films of this year that I'm actually most excited for. Mainly because of the fact that I am a nerd, but also take into account that I wasn't supposed to have seen the Minecraft movie at this point. So I'm scratching that off the list, and I have replaced it with a new one. So the first one I'm most excited for is the F1 movie. Absolutely. I'm so excited. I love F1. I follow it to a T as well. And also, where I live, a lot of it was filmed, so I got to see it firsthand. So I am very excited to see that come to life in the cinema. I'm also excited for Superman. Okay, now excited is a strong word. It's new, and I'm curious to see what's happened. It is going to happen with the likes of Superman, and it's got so much riding on that film. It's the launch of a new franchise. We'll scrap Creature Commandos for now. It's the launch of a new franchise. So if this goes wrong, Jesus, it could be rough. It could definitely be rough. And obviously, but you're also competing with the likes of George Reeves, and you competing with so much. Henry Cavill, maybe. Man of Steel was good, but the rest of it just went bang. But it just depends on if this movie is a success. Like the Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters will be good. However, there's a lot riding on it, and it's looking very cringy at this late stage. Also, it's DC, so I kind of have to. But then I am also excited for Mortal Kombat 2. Now, I'm very concerned. Mortal Kombat 2 is scheduled to release in October. Now, if memory and straight logic, really, is anything to go by, the first teaser trailer, at least, is supposed to release between 6 to 8 months before the film is supposed to release. We've got fuck all. Like, we've got nothing for Mortal Kombat, and that's making me worried. I don't think it's going to release this year, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think it's going to release. Mortal Kombat 2 is actually, it's not one of the most anticipated, but it's like one of those, it's a franchise movie, so people are looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, we've got so many the posters and, like, entertainment photos, like set photos, but we've got no trailer. Now that's concerning, considering we're in July and the film is scheduled to release at the end of October. Now that's worrying. Now, Minecraft was said to be the highest grossing movie of the year, and if we just quickly go over the analytics real quick, $900 million in total as of the time of when recording. Considering how long this movie has been out, this actually isn't surprising, but it's also insane to think it's nearly made over $1 billion. That's incredible, especially for Warner Bros. I mean, I know they have money, but like, damn, you guys are good. It is expected to reach 1.1 billion by the end of this year, or by the end of fall, or by the beginning of fall. I love how that's like 3 different dates. The beginning of fall is like end of September, the end of fall is like November, and by the end of the year is December, so you've got 3 different months there. Considering the production budget was 150 million, and the box office was the box office has broken that by 610%. That is incredible. See, the thing is, with that film, you would think it cost a bit more with the amount of animation and the design they had to do. I would thought they used a bit more, like 200 million maybe, between 200 and 250 I would have expected, but 150 million. That's impressive. For what they got out of that and for how much it's actually made, that's impressive. Now, the average run per theatre expectation is 5.5 million per week. Wish I made that kind of money. Now, I think what's so funny is, so I'm basing this off of what Warner Brothers made last year. This movie broke even with last year. And it's already exceeded more than last year. So, if people were worried about Warner Brothers making bank, I wouldn't be worried anymore. Now, Sinners made $300 million in what do you call it? This is why you think about what you say. Yeah, Warner Brothers made 1.16 billion last year. So, we've already made that in the space of 2 weeks. I think that's incredible, and well done. I actually can't wait to see what they come out with next year. That'd be quite impressive. Sinners made $300 million. This is obviously based up to what is like. So I edit these basically every Friday if they're not up to date. So this is only based on last week. So this is based off last week. I don't know when this is going to upload. It should be uploaded within the week. So it could have changed, but this is 300 million this week. While that isn't a lot compared to others, not many people believe this movie would actually do as well as it did. However, it has been rated. It was one of the first movies in I don't know how many, like 15 years, I think. In 15 years, that Rotten Tomatoes rated at 100%. That's a high bar. I've actually seen this movie. People call it a horror movie. I call it a very, very entertaining psychological thriller with a bit of vampires sprinkled in there. But I do like this movie. It might be because of the fact that I really like Michael B. Jordan movies. So it might be because of that, but hey. Now, the production value for this movie was $90 million. Now, when you look at this film, it looks a tiny bit more. I'm saying Warner Brothers know what they're doing. I would say, I mean, they've been around for nearly over, I think, about 100 years now. But they know what they're doing in terms of, like, production. They've used very little money. I know 90 million may not seem like might seem like a lot to you. It's not that much for a production like that. But this movie was really well done. I honestly think they spent that money on costumes, camera, and maybe location. I think that's all they spent it on. The production value and like the places they were, it was very raw. It was very natural. I don't think they had to place stuff there. And I think that's what also attracted a load of people. It was very natural. That's why it probably spent 90 million on this. It's very little, less than 100,000. Maths GCSE is kicking in hard right here. But the production budget was 90 million, and the box office has broken even by 310%. Big brain maths. Now, the average run per theatre expectation for this movie is 3.9 million every week. This is obviously based off last week. I do think it has gone up to 4 this in the last few days. Now, this isn't a fair comparison, but I thought I would do it anyway. Now, if you compare the likes of Minecraft movie to Sinners, the trajectory for Sinners is a lot of the same compared to is halfway past Minecraft movie, and everyone knew what they were getting themselves into with the Minecraft movie, so I'm not surprised it made that much. But the Sinners was an unexpected one, and it wasn't supposed to do as well as it was. It was supposed to be an entertaining horror, because like Warner Bros. Is trying to break out into the horror franchise even a tiny bit more, because they're used to that superhero animation type stuff. So the fact that they've managed to like reach not nearly as much as Minecraft movie, but like even a third of that's impressive for a film. The Minecraft movie, one of the most popular games of ever, with a film that was not even supposed to nearly half that. That's impressive. That's more impressive than people think. Now, these are the expectations for the F1 movie. Before I get onto this was the expectations. I have not seen how much the box office made. That'll be in the F1 movie review video. It is expected to make 600 million by the end of the year. $600 million by the end of the year. That is insane. That is surprisingly that is incredible. 600 million for a film like that. It might be because of Brad Pitt. Honestly, it might be because Brad Pitt's in it. But this movie is expected to break even and double in the opening weekend.
Are you sure about that?
The production value for this movie hasn't been revealed, but it is expected to break even and double the actual production value. That's what I mean. I know the production value hasn't been revealed, but it has been speculated. The Superman movie is expected to make $715 million in total. When it releases, but it's expected to make that. It is expected that it will make a small profit on its opening weekend, which is, considering the reputation it's currently getting, I wouldn't be surprised. It'll be when the reviews come in, they'll probably make more money. If we are going off of the predicted trajectory of this Warner Bros., they've got projects planned until the end of 2028, and honestly, which is impressive, honestly, but obviously by the end of the year, they'll probably have, maybe by the end of 2029, end of 2020, or beginning of 2030. I mean, you've got The Cat in the Hat, you've got the new, what is it? Oh, no. I mean, you've got The Cat in the Hat, and then you've also got the new Godzilla movie, Supernova, expected to come in 2027, so honestly, the world's your oyster. You've also got multiple like DC oriented like things in there already being filmed, so you never know. There are also projects that have been confirmed but with no release date, so they'll probably be within this range as well, such as Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, or now has just been put down to Supergirl, such as the Batman 2 as well. So, on a scale from 1 to excited, how excited are you for Warner Bros. This year and in the future? Me, personally, I'm pretty damn excited. But everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what else you would like to see on this channel. And without further ado, I hope you all have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!
Yeah.